welcome back to the Fishroom. Now, me and my family have been sick over the last several days. I was down all weekend, and my girl the last 3 days or so. So not a whole lot's gotten done around here as far as the Fishroom goes. But I do want to update you on some things and show you what's been going on, what I'm getting into tonight, as I typically try to do at least a little something every night. As you can see, we're standing right here in front of the 40-gallon long, which houses my Congo tetras, my apistogrammas, which you can see we have some fry growing up in. If you have been here for a little while, the dwarf neon rainbows that I rescued out of the sump from the 120. And then we have the black emperor tetras. Then there's some auto sinkless in here. Not sure what else at the moment. Obviously it's looking like it's ready for a trim. Could use a little bit of algae removal. I haven't gotten a chance to put a Siamese algae eater in here yet, but I'm thinking I'm going to do that here pretty soon. But let's have a quick look over of it. As you can see, it's very well grown in. Especially since we started. It's good to see the apistogrammas breeding in here. I don't know how I would ever get the babies out, because they're just going to dart into this jungle of an aquarium. But let's have a closer look at some things. As you can see, the pistos are looking fantastic. That male is just breathtaking. The Congo tetras at this point are getting quite large. I'm not sure, but I was thinking about maybe upgrading them. They could use something with a little more room. Now, I haven't been able to tell exactly how many of the apisto babies there are in there, but I think I've seen between 8 and 10 at any one time, so there's got to be a few more than that. I did remove some algae out of here just the other day, but we need something that's gonna munch on it. You know, maybe raising this light a little bit to get it further away. It has its own built-in timer, although I could also hook it up to a timer. Maybe it's just getting a little too much. Can never go wrong with a Congo Tetra. They are awesome. The fins and the iridescence. They get decent size but not too big. And as you can see, also these are what the Black Emperor Tetras look like once they start to grow out a bit. Those are two males right there. And then the female kind of stays looking the same. Very nice looking fish. Well, like I said, this tank is definitely in need of a trim. But I don't think we'll be getting to that tonight. But who knows? I do have a full build video of how I put together the substrate, hardscape, and the initial planning. If you would like to check that out, that is there on my channel. It has certainly come a long way. Alright, let's move on to something else. The 75-gallon Kamaka rainbow tank. Now in this tank, I have 8 Kamaka rainbows. I think there's 10 red-tailed penguin tetras, 10 Black Emperor tetras, and then we have a couple auto sinkless and a Siamese algae eater. Now she's looking a little hazy. She's definitely ready for a water change, which we're probably going to get to tonight. I did add one of my old hang on the back filters on there just to get some water movement because they seem to be gasping, breathing really heavily, which they are not now. But as you can see, we didn't set it up that long ago, and this dwarf satch carpet is just taking off. Insane. So we'll do a water change here, and we'll come back and have a look when it's a little more cleared up. But overall, very happy with how this is going. Now here we are at the 40 breeder Iwagumi with the penguin tetras and the Aru 4 rainbow fish. Again, another one that's a little cloudy. Being sick, I've gotten a little behind on my water changes. Eventually these aquariums will all stabilize and we won't have to do so many. So we'll have a look back on this one again after the water change. Now I started doing a water change on this one right before I decided to make a video. So I figured I'll start first, then we'll do our water changes. Now this is a 55-gallon Planet aquarium with my Kelly Tawa rainbow fish, which are still young and not colored up yet. And they have the fire ant tetras in here. Now, for whatever reason, the algae's really gotten out of control in this aquarium. So we're gonna do the water change on this one, do some manual removal, and we'll have a look back. But as you can see, the super red Rotala is doing great. This, not so great. Now, I've been trying to finish this video for about a week now, but sickness has ran all through my house, from my girl to my kids, and I still have a cold a week later. But I have managed to get the 40 long trimmed up. And it does look pretty good, if I do say so myself. Moving on over to the 70. Starting to look good. That not so much. Or that. But hopefully we can water change our way out of this situation. Dwarf sage is really taking off. Siamese algae eater's doing what he can, but he's small and this is a big tank. Algae's taking over in here once again, up in the 90. Now you'd swear there wasn't very many fish in here, but the 20 green neons are in there. I've seen them come out. But anyway, anytime I get near the tank, they just dive into the plants. We're going to remove a bunch of this algae here soon and get at least one Siamese algae eater and a Florida flagfish in here. I'd say by now they've been in quarantine long enough, so it's time to get them spread around more. I'm doing yet another water change on the Iwagumi. It's starting to stay clear for longer. And believe it or not, the dwarf sage even thicker. And I did end up adding a little of the super red Rotala. You can't really see it right now. We'll come back after this water change. Quarantine, everybody's still doing well. We'll get everybody moved around here soon. .55 Cali Tower rainbow tank with the fire ant tetras. Looking pretty good. Other than the algae. But we'll get that sorted. get a Siamese algae eater in here and do a little manual removal. That super red Rotala looks awesome in here. I also brought the Brazilian pennywort that was in the 40 long. Up in the Marisite rainbow tank above it, Pothos is doing well. I have it going from this side to this side, and then from back here going back around, and then over here is even spreading over. Here's the black shrimp down in one of the 10 gallons. Just threw them in some of that snowflake food. They go nuts for it. Obviously the snails do too. Next to them, the Limia Perugier. Still doing good over here. Really like to move them to a bigger aquarium. There's quite a few of them in here. Down here, the swordtails, I need to thin this veil out so they have a little more swimming room in here. Could use a trim and top off, a little algae removal. But they tend to hide more often than not. But they are in there. Above the cherry shrimp, at least the ones that are still in this tank, they don't seem to be breeding in here anymore. Not sure what that's about, but algae's kind of taking over this tank a little bit. Veil spreading around, maybe a little too much. We're eventually going to do something different with these. Up front here, we still, up top anyway, still got a couple bristlenose in here. I think I have 2 females left in here. And the betta's in here somewhere. Saw him earlier. Really kind of digging the immersed grown super red Rotala. Kind of a super red Rotala island. Moving down, their lights off right now, but the shell dwellers still alive, happy, breeding, changing the landscaping all the time. Eventually the Julies will go in here when they grow up a little bit. I'm afraid if I put them in there now that this Regani, which has gotten quite large, is just going to beat on them. I tried to get more of those too, but they didn't have them in stock at the time. And since this is one of my only tanks that has a lid on it, I also want to put the hatchets in here when they get a little bit bigger. Now above these 10s down here, we have the 65, which sprang a leak, which I do want to attempt to reseal. This is a 3 foot by 18 inches by 24 inches tall. And we are going to reseal this at some point. I already have the silicone, I just have to get it cleaned up and get it done. So anyway, after the water change, you can see a lot clearer. We do need to get some more of that super red Rotala going. I think that was the right move. But we'll have to steal it out of the 120 upstairs when we get a chance. But other than that, I'm really liking the way this tank is turning out. Now the Riccia died in every other tank that I put it in, but in here it seems to be thriving for whatever reason. You can see this pothos is sending out a runner back here. And try to get that spread across. As well as a lot of these other tanks, I want to get some more immersed grown plants. Seems to be helping quite a bit. You can see this philodendron over here is about to kick out another 2 leaves. So it seems to be doing really well. In case you were wondering, a philodendron can grow immersed out of an aquarium. And they have to get some more of those. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. We still need to get this 55 down here set up, as well as when we get the quarantine done, I want to escape this. And I can't wait for that. I have a really cool plan for that one. And also, up here, this 20 gallon, we need to do that yet. But I made the mistake of setting up so many tanks close together that I'm just doing daily water changes on them. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 aquariums at the same time. And it's just been a little much. So I think we'll spread these out a little more. Yeah, this tank just looks awesome. Oh, also, I haven't shown you in a while. The orange and, or I think that's supposed to be red and black. Looks orange to me. Koi guppies. Now she's been looking pregnant for a while, but I have still yet to see any fry come out of her. So hopefully soon. Maybe we'll move them over to the 20 when it's escaped, because this tank is a little much for them. What we're going to do with this 60 in the future, I'm not too sure yet. Oh, maybe we can move these out and put the Limia perugiae in here. Let me know what you think about that. Also, I have to get this onion plant replanted. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you to all the new subscribers since I've been back. It looks like we've gotten another 40. That's awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully we can turn this channel into something awesome. So until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.